Hey guys, it's Kid Comics, and today I wanted to show you guys this awesome DC Silver Age lot of 10 comic books that I recently bought off of eBay. Let's see what I find. Now, before we actually get to the lot of books, I gotta tell you how I got them. So, a couple weeks ago, I was scrolling through eBay, and I managed to find this person that was selling a ton of different lots of Silver Age books. And this one in particular was a DC Silver Age lot of comic books. And these were 10 books. They're all, not in the greatest of condition, but still, they were around the 10 to 12 cent range. And I had to pick it up, and I managed to get them for around $100. So, to kick it off, one of the first books that I managed to get was Superman 136. This is one of three, Silver Age 10-cent covers from this lot. And I really, really enjoyed this one just because of how bright the colors are on it. When I first got it, I was really happy to see that, the cover was still attached to the actual book, even though, this giant bit of damage right here looked like it wasn't. But surprisingly, it was still, intact. So, honestly, I really like this one. I like how it's one of those sci-fi covers. Pretty cool alien, if I do say. But yeah, pretty awesome book. Next up, we got a pretty awesome Aquaman book. And this one is one of the nicer books in the comic lot. And this is Aquaman number 37. This is pretty awesome Mera and Aquaman cover. And the title, When the Sea Dies. So, yeah, really solid. I mean, it has its usual spine wear on the book. I think the camera can pick that up. But it's a really solid mid-grade Aquaman book. Up next, we got two really awesome Green Lantern books. So, started off, we've got Green Lantern number 63. Pretty interesting. Talking about how Green Lantern pretty much disappeared from the world. And, yeah, pretty solid. It's a nice mid-grade book. Again, one of the nicer books in the DC Silver Age lot. But, yeah. And then the second book that revolves around Green Lantern is actually one of my favorite books on this lot. Just because of how awesome of a cover this is. And this is Green Lantern number 52. This is a comic book with a really awesome Sinestro versus Green Lantern cover. I think this is honestly one of the best Green Lantern covers I've actually gotten to see. Next book I wanted to show you guys is a 12-center, and this is an Adventure Comics book. This is Adventure Comics number 346. This is featuring Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. Now, I'm going to take this book out and show you guys all the damage on this book. So, this is definitely one of the, worst type of damage these books have received. And, yeah. So, it's got a really massive cut right on the top of this cover. And, kind of stinks, but, we'll get over it. Yeah, so if you can see right there, that's all a complete cut on the cover. Pretty awesome still, but, considering I got this lot for around $100, this is still a really, really solid, good deal. One of the main factors why I bought this lot of comic books was just the amount of variety put into it. And, these are a lot of old Silver Age books, so, I'm happy to see that there's a lot of, different titles being shown. And the next title I wanted to show you guys was Batman. This is Batman 199, 12-cent cover. This is a pretty clever cover in my opinion because, it's talking about Batman buying one of his comic books, but, he can't because the newsstand seller is all out and, he's crying because he knows it's a matter of his life. Yeah, and then the second one was this pretty awesome giant-sized Batman, and this is pretty much just a bunch of reader copies of all of the important keys that have happened recently with Batman, which this one being Origin of Clayface, Origin of Alfred, Origin of Robin, Man Behind the Red Hood, and The Game of Death. So, yeah, this is a 30th anniversary special for Batman. It's a pretty big book. It's one of those giant size ones. And it's just got a bunch of reader copies of, you know, all the classic tales of Batman. The second to last book we have from this lot is a pretty interesting World's Finest. And this is World's Finest 169. And, you know, this is definitely pretty rough if you can't even see that. It's got quite a lot of spine wear. This is definitely a low-graded book. I mean, look at that spine split right there. Like, that's gone. The bottom staple for this book is actually detached from the cover. But still, it's pretty awesome. Batman and Superman are pretty much, you know, they have to fix a car, the Batmobile, and, you know, they lost their superpowers, and I guess the people behind this scheme of Batman and Superman losing their powers was actually Batgirl and Supergirl. So, yeah, pretty awesome number 2 spot. Now, for the book you've all been waiting for. Been hyping this one up quite a bit since the start of the video. This was the one book that really drove me into buying this entire lot of comics for only $100. So, honestly, that's a really good deal. Especially, even though most of these aren't really keys, I got a really solid deal because, I mean, it's 10 comic books. They're all, you know, old DC Silver Age. And, you know, I just find it pretty crazy that I only managed to get all of those books for $100, which is like $10 per book. So, yeah, anyways, about that. The final book I've got to show you guys is none other than a copy of Justice League of America number 6. Now, if you couldn't tell already, this is, you know, the worst condition book of the entire lot. I mean, it's got all this spine damage. Wait, I'm not even pointing at the spine, sorry. All of this spine damage right along there. You know, it's got the whole corner missing right here. Another corner missing. And, if you haven't already guessed, the whole front cover and back cover are completely detached from the book. So, yeah, I'm not taking this book out. I made the mistake of taking it out. You know, when I first bought the lot, I thought that maybe the cover would be detached, but literally the entire front cover and back cover is just split from the entire book. But nonetheless, this is a really awesome early Silver Age book. It's a 10-cent cover. Justice League of America number 6. You know, pretty awesome cover. You get to see, you know, all of the Justice League being spun in a giant wheel of misfortune. And, yeah, pretty awesome book. Now, before we end the video, I wanted to talk to you guys about a pretty awesome read that I've read recently. And this is actually a trade paperback of the Wolverine Limited Series 1 through 4. If you don't know, this is a series done by none other than Chris Claremont and Frank Miller. You know, I've been trying to get the original series, like a copy of those myself, but I just haven't been successful of getting that lately. But at least I got the trade paperback to read. So, pretty much what happens is Wolverine is trying to, you know, get his lost love, Mariko, back because her husband is beating her and she's being forced by her hand to follow her family's tradition. And Wolverine is trying to break that. And to do that, he has to fight her father. So, you know, pretty interesting. I'm not going to tell you guys too much more because I want you guys to go out and read that, because this is by far my favorite, like, Chris Claremont read. And I really love Frank Miller's art, especially that Wolverine Limited Series 1 cover. That is such an awesome cover, in my opinion. I just wish it wasn't that expensive so I could actually own a copy. But yeah, the Wolverine trade paperback. Make sure to go get yourselves a copy of it. Well, that's going to pretty much wrap up today's video for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did. You know, my goal for this year is just to reach 100 subscribers. So I hope you guys can help me reach that goal by at least the end of the year. You know, I'm not too big of a channel, But anyways, I thought I did pretty good on this little small DC lot of books. What do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comments. My favorite from this lot, obviously, the Justice League of America #6. You really can't top this. I also enjoyed books like, Batman 213, this 30th anniversary special, because now I'm able to read the books that, really made Batman. Whether it be, the origin of Robin, the origin of Clayface, or even the man behind the Red Hood. At least now I have these books to read for myself. Also, I hope you guys enjoyed this little, review of the trade paperback of the Wolverine Limited Series 1 through 4. Make sure to go pick one up. This is a really awesome series. So yeah, if you want to see more content like this, make sure to smash that subscribe button and give it a thumbs up if you like this video. I'll see you guys in the next comic book video.